this is Julie from the future. Just thought I'd quickly record an intro to this video because I realised I hadn't done one. This is my prep for my breakfast and lunch for a couple of days, and it's also for Ewan and a day as well. So when you look at this video, you'll notice that the thins I'm using aren't actually a healthy extra B on the plan. I couldn't get anywhere the ones that were, so I took the decision to use the thin protein bagels. So if you decide to replicate this, please go ahead and check that the ones that you're using are a healthy extra B. I wasn't too worried about mine because they are thin, they're protein ones, I'm working out a lot, so I just took the decision that I was going to use them because I really wanted some bagels this week. So just a little disclaimer there. So yeah, on with the video. So for breakfast, I'm going to do a breakfast bagel. I've got plain bagels for everyone else, and I've got some protein bagels that I'm going to have. So on them, I'm going to include some bacon that I'm going to cook in the oven. I'm going to cook some eggs in this tray, which is like a Yorkshire pudding tray, and then I'm going to put a cheese slice on each one. So you get 2 of these for a healthy extra A. So it'll be half a healthy extra A, 3. And this will be the healthy extra B. So I'm going to spray my containers. I'm going to break an egg into each one. So that's the eggs and the bacon ready to go into the oven. I'm just going to stick it in for 10 minutes, and I'm going to check on it, and then perhaps give it another 5 minutes if it needs it. I'm just going to get my bagels out ready. These are actually pre-sliced, I think. So each bagel has got 1 slice of bacon. And just see now whether the egg comes out or not. So here are the finished bagels. You can either heat these in an air fryer if you have one, or you can microwave them, or you can do them in the oven. I didn't pre-toast the bagels this time, I just left them as they were because they're really fresh. So for my lunch meal prep, I'm actually making a recipe that's based on a Drizzle Me Skinny recipe, which is for a buffalo chicken and potato bake. I'm adapting it very slightly just from a time point of view, and also just to make it a bit easier. So I have washed some potatoes. The recipe calls for I think 5 large potatoes, but I've got quite small ones, so I've just got a load of potatoes in here. And I'm going to dice them up. And originally they tell you to put it in this buffalo, sort of like watered down buffalo coating, which you're going to put the chicken in. But I've decided that I'm not going to do that. I'm going to chop my potato up, and I'm going to put it in the Actifry. So I'm just going to put some like garlic salt and some paprika and stuff like that over it instead, just to make it easier. And then I'm going to put the chicken in the buffalo sort of marinade whilst the potatoes are cooking. I think originally, the original recipe also says to cook all this in the oven, but I'm doing these in actual fry to try and speed it up a little bit. My potatoes are all cooked, more or less evenly sized, and they're all in the electric fry ready to go on. I'm just going to throw some seasonings on there. I'm going to get it stuck on for probably about 35 minutes. This is actually going to go into the oven to finish off after, so they just need to be sort of mostly roasted through. That's it all seasoned up, and I've sprayed it with some fry light, so that's going to go on now. Hopefully you can hear me over the sound of my active fry, but I'm going to get my chicken prepared now. So I'm going to use 4 breasts of chicken, or depending on how big they are. And I'm going to chop them up fairly small, and then I'm going to put them into a Ziploc bag along with the marinade whilst the potatoes continue to cook. So I've diced all my chicken up into here. I think that's probably enough. I've cut any sort of fatty bits off, so I'll get rid of that. So this is the sauce I've got. It's one from Aldi. I couldn't get the proper Frank's hot sauce one, so I've gone for this one. So in the bag I've got a quarter of a cup, which is 60 ml of the buffalo sauce. I've got 60 ml of water and a squeeze of lazy garlic, and then I'm going to add in salt, pepper and a couple of teaspoons of paprika. They were half teaspoon measures, by the way, so I've put in probably about 1.5. that's the chicken more or less coated. I haven't gone too mad with it because I don't want it to be too spicy. So hopefully that should be okay. I'm not sure what quantities is on the original recipe, but I'm just using it for an idea. So this is the bake with the potatoes underneath, the spicy chicken over the top, and the one ball of mozzarella. I'm not going to bother putting anything else on top because I think that's enough cheese on there. So this is 2.5 healthy extra A's worth of cheese, and this should be between 6 people hopefully. I'm just going to sprinkle on some salad onions and then that'll be ready to go in the oven. So this is it, ready to go into the oven, and it'll be in for about half an hour just to make sure the chicken's cooked through, and I'll show you when it comes out. I almost forgot to sprinkle the bacon over the top, so I'm just going to do that now too. I think the bacon might have been better between the chicken and potato layer because it might be too crispy now, but I'm sure it'll be okay. So it's going into the oven now. Here's the finished bake, and obviously I'm going to portion it into my containers. So there should be 6 servings in here, and it will be with some veg. Here's the finished prep. So it's got a scoop of the buffalo chicken and potato bake, and then it's got some frozen veg with some garlic herb seasoning over the top. And I managed to get, there's 4 containers, and I managed to get 3 plates out, so it's served 7.